Welcome to LatinPerDiem and Episode 8 of John Arrowsmith, Tactica Sacra, Book 1. In ipso sequidem paradiso iacta sunt utriusque fundamenta, et in eodem textu Mosaico utriusque primordia continentur capita nimerum tertio geneseos, where su decimo quinto ubi sic Jehovah serpentem alloquitur, ponam inimicitiam inter te et mulierem, inter semen tuum et semen eius, ipsum conteret tibi caput, et tu conteres illi calcaneum. Now Arrowsmith continues developing his theme of the necessity between Christianity and spiritual military service. He says, sequidem, if in fact, in paradise itself, in ipso paradiso, fundamenta, there's our subject, and it is neuter, plural, and nominative, the foundations of both utriusque, meaning both of those two things I just mentioned, were laid, iacta sunt, and in the very same text, the Mosaic text, so here's our noun, textu, is the object of the preposition in, and it is in the ablative singular masculine. In the very same Mosaic text, taking Moses as the author of Genesis, the primordia, the first seeds or the first elements, utriusque, of both of these, Christianity and spiritual military service, are contained, continentur. Primordia, of course, nominative, neuter, plural, and nominative. He then states where this took place. He says, nimerum, this is an adverb, especially or specifically, capita tertio, in the third chapter of Genesis. And capite is in the neuter, singular, and ablative. It's an ablative of place, and tertio is the adjective modifying it. In the third chapter of Genesis, Genesis here is in the genitive case, and it has this unusual spelling because, of course, Genesis is not a word of Latin origin. In the verse, versu, this is the fourth declension noun versus, and this one is in the masculine, singular, and ablative. In the verse, decimo quinto, the 15th, the 10th and 5th. These are both what are called ordinal numbers. Cardinal numerals are counting numerals like 1, 2, 3, or unum, duo, tres. Ordinals, so these are cardinals, just to be clear. Ordinals, on the other hand, are first, second, third. In other words, primus, secundus, and tertius, which we've already seen in this episode. The foundations, he says, were laid in the third chapter of Genesis, in the 15th verse, where thus Jehovah addresses or speaks to the serpent. And here now is our quotation from Genesis 3:15, and it's placed in italics, as you can see. Ponam is our main verb, first person singular, future, indicative active, from pono, third conjugation. I shall place hostility between you and the woman, between your seed and her seed, eius is feminine. The seed itself, semen, shall crush your head, tibi caput, and ipsum, of course, is neuter, because the noun semen is neuter. And you, conteres, will crush illi calcaneum, the heel, or bruise the heel, illi. This is the dative of possessor. His heel, illi calcaneum. Please join us next time for more Arrowsmith.